What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to British 876 Sports, where we discuss and we dissect the realest and the most authentic football and sports opinion. I must say, we're on the up. Who are we? I'm talking about Manchester United. Glory, glory, Man United, guys. Last week we went to Anfield and upset was had. Manchester United won at Anfield. This week, we're at home to Brighton. Could we have won 3 in a row? Yes, we did, guys. Yes, we did. It's a good feeling. It's been a while. We've been yearning for such a feeling, guys. And we earned it today. Winning 4-2 at home to Brighton. We almost made a mess of it. We were up 3-0 and we allowed Brighton back in the game 3-2. But then Mbemo late in the game to make it seem a bit comfortable 4-2, but it was by no means. From where we were to where we ended, it was not comfortable. Guys, where should I start? Let us start with all the positives. In no specific order. We played the front three that we all wanted to see. We played Cunha in his favorite position. Mbemo played in his favorite position. Sesko was back in the starting lineup. Now, I'm going to put an asterisk beside Sesko's name. I'll go back, I'll revisit it in the last part of the video. Because I don't want to start off being negative. But we started Sesko today. We started him. Our three signings were our attackers. Again, Bruno started in midfield with Casemiro. And that's not a midfield that we all want to see, but it's the midfield we saw yet again. Right? Dalot started, not what we wanted to see, but Dalot started yet again. Right? Anyway, nonetheless, Dalot started last game, Dalot started this game, Bruno started in the midfield last game, he started this game, and we won. Right? So we can't pick and choose how we assess and analyze things. So there is a discrepancy somewhere there, or there is a hidden truth that is just being overlooked, swept under the carpet, or some disguised message being sent. I think in the big picture of things, in the bigger picture, my instincts are correct. Bruno should not be starting. The asterisk on Sesko is still there. And when I say the asterisk on Sesko, I will revisit it after my comment on the match, is the fact that we have Xerxes on the bench. Right? Soon talk about that. But guys, we won 4-2 and we can't complain. As I said, we started, Euro came back into the starting lineup. There was no Maguire, there was no Mason Mount, thank God. I think that was a precaution for a slight injury earlier in the week. Right? They weren't entirely injured. Mount was on the bench, right? Was Mount on the bench? Yeah. But they didn't start the game. They didn't even play today because of precaution. Did we miss Mount? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What we saw today was Cunha in his favorite position. We saw it last game for about 10 to 15 to 20 minutes, I think. I believe against Liverpool, and Cunha was head and shoulders the best player on the pitch. We saw it today again, and he was at least our one or two best players on the pitch today. Right? He got a goal. It was a masterclass. How you just going to control the ball outside of the D and just stroke it home, curl it, stroke it home, far corner, keeper couldn't even get near to it. By the time the keeper get over there, the ball had touched the net already. Right? Immaculate goal from Matheus Cunha. We wouldn't have seen that goal if he was playing as a striker. We need to see Cunha in the number 10 more consistently. Now, let me just get this out of the way. You know I'm going to believe in this coach because them continue for the foolishness. See, we were up 3-0 and then he made a barrage of changes in the 65th and the 70th minute. a barrage of changes. Took Casemiro off, took Ahmad off, took Lucia off. Those were three of our. Everybody was playing well. Casemiro and Ahmad was definitely two of our better players in the game. I don't understand what people say when them complain about Casemiro and his age. This guy is literally producing. Since him come to Manchester United, he has produced. People complain about Casemiro making rash challenges and not having speed. Casemiro was never calm in challenges and tender, and he was never quick. Where were you in his peak at the Bernabeu or Camp Nou, clamping Messi halfway in the pitch for no reason? Where were you? Center circle, 10 minutes into the game, he is crunching Barcelona players. Where were you? That's always been Casemiro. He has never been anything else. Good on the ball, gets the ball, in step, outside of his foot, studs on the ball. Anyhow, Casemiro, competent and efficient. Right? Then the coach proceeds to take him off in the 78th minute, takes off Ahmad as well. Ahmad, who was a pro in attack and a pro in defense. Very good in defense, Ahmad. I think he's very underrated. And obviously very good in attack because he's not a defender, but he's playing in defense. Or wing back, which is a defensive model. Guys, proceed to take them off, came under pressure. Lo and behold, Danny Welbeck smashed a free kick. I've never seen this guy score a free kick. People always come Old Trafford and score some worthy goal. Danny Welbeck came to Old Trafford, smashes the ball in the back of the net. It was a smashing free kick. Then them score to go 3-2 in the 90th minute. Right? Now the pressure is on. The entire stadium started to become nervous. Anyways, thankfully, a ball was played in. Bruno with a brilliant dummy. Mbeumo in behind and smashes it into the back of the net. Mbeumo and Cunha is not getting enough chances. These guys are goal machines. They want to score. They're eager to score, especially Cunha, eager to score. Want to get the ball, want to dribble past players, and want to kick the ball in the back of the net. Mbeumo, same thing. Eager to run at the defenders, and I noticed he's eager to play a ball in the box or assist. So they are XG machine, which helps nowadays assessment of the game, because apparently stats is a big deal. Right? So now to the asterisk, Sesko. We have Joshua Zirkzee on the bench, who is a good baller. Good baller in this system. You know, what we're asking of, it's not like we're asking of Sesko to run in behind, because that would have been Zirkzee's downfall, not being as mobile as he could have been to benefit the team. We're not asking from that of Sesko. Right? No, is Sesko a lot worse off than Zirkzee in regards to, you know, supporting the team? When I say support, I mean controlling the ball, you know, laying it off to his number 10s, you know, being a link man. Sesko can be a link man, but Zirkzee is a link man. That is what Zirkzee is about. He's a deadly link man. He did it at Bologna before he came to United. I think he was in the Serie A's team of the season. And I think he's been treated very unfairly by this coach. No, that's one of the reasons I can't deal with that coach here. Along with the fact that today, Dorgo came on, wasn't good. But I think Dorgo is a player that warms up. Came on, wasn't good. Dallo ended the game, Bruno ended the game. The next thing is his systematic substitutions. Now you take off Casemiro just automatically, just because you think he's 33 and he cannot play 90 minutes. It will play one game a week. We play one game a week, and regardless if we play one game a week, age, it's just a number. Assess him based on his, don't be arbitrary. Ignore him age and just assess him. Is he it's not like Casemiro is fading away in the games when him take off Casemiro. He does this every game. Him not fade away, him not start losing aggression, him not start losing focus. He just takes him off. And every time him take off Casemiro and mess up the balance and put either Kobe Mainoo on in midfield beside Bruno, that's not a balance. If I can put on Mainoo, take off Bruno and make Mainoo play with Casemiro. Right? And then you might see better. Right? But you take off Casemiro instinctively, theoretically, just because, which I don't agree with, and you put on Kobe Mainoo to play with Bruno. From the game start, Bruno is getting on the end of crosses, getting on the end of free kicks, getting on the end of attacks. And he is the double pivot in midfield of a 3-4-2-1. So he should be beside the two in midfield, should provide some sort of solidarity. So how he might provide how is he on the end of attacks? Because he's leaving the midfield open. Anyways, the coach seems to be in love with Bruno, in love with Dalot, leaves Dalot on the pitch every game. Dalot does nothing. Right? It sounds like me a complain, but it's a bigger picture. At the bigger picture, we're in the top 4 now, currently. It's not a true reflection. Hopefully now we're banking on Liverpool to lose, which starts in like a few minutes' time. Hopefully we are relying on Arsenal to lose. I think Arsenal plays tomorrow, and Man City to lose. A couple of teams. So we can't rely on that. So we have to implement our own fixed system, ideology. Right? Heaven came on for Luke Shaw. That was an unnecessary change. It's like him man just allergic to make defensive change. If him not put on Dalot, he might put on Maguire, or he might put on some defenders. Now with Dorgo and Heaven coming on, that's 2 defensive change. For what? No, Dorgo did need to come on, but Dorgo did need to come on for Dalot in the left back position. Dalot ended the game. You take off Ahmad and almost cost us the game. Right? Sesko came on for Xerxes, 82nd minute. Couldn't have done much with that much time available. Ugarte came on, unnecessary change as well. If you're going to take off Ugarte, if you wanted to give Ugarte a game, when you took Casemiro off, you should have put Ugarte on, not Mainoo. Just be normal. Take off Ugarte, Casemiro, put on Ugarte. If you want to put on Mainoo on, take off Bruno. A simple 1-2 match. We always do some foolishness and shuffle around. You know who you try to complicate if the opposition coach or opposition players, but it don't make no sense, Ruben. Don't make no sense. But Mbeumo gave us a breather and scored 96 minutes. And we are now sitting in the top 4, guys. 3 games in a row, 3 wins. We haven't seen this in a while. With all the bash me I give the coach, there's some sort of praise that he needs, because this is consistency. 3 games in a row, he's doing foolishness. But what we need to see is learning. Him have to learn from his mistake. You have to realize that today, him almost threw it away when he take off Casemiro and Ahmad. He has to also realize that taking off, putting on, leaving, keeping Dalot on the pitch was not the best choice. And he must also realize that Kobe Mainoo needs to come on for Bruno. You can't give Bruno a break. Bruno can relinquish 30 minutes of his normal proceedings. Also, you have to realize, and I don't think he will, that Xerxes deserves more minutes. No, more assists. Either the only player, Cunha have to start up top, Mount have to start up top. Either Xerxes or Sesko. Just rotate them. Rotate them and make us see what they have at their disposal. We think, the fans think, well, a portion of the fans think that Xerxes is a baller and he will be the better up top player, while a section of the fans think we might relinquish a bit more of that cohesiveness for more goals for Sesko. So make us see both of them. Make us see both of them. You can rotate them but him not seem for want to do that. Not sure why. But guys, it was a remarkable win. Please smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, hit the notification bell so that you can know when we post videos. Leave a comment in the comment section. We're in the top 4. We're in the top 4, guys. Glory, glory, Manchester United, as the Reds go marching up, 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 guys. Thank you for watching the video. Smash a like, guys. As I say, am I missing anything? I mean, we're not going to comment on the other games or the games to come, but we are 3 games in a row. That's 9 from 9. That is 9 points that we couldn't bite if it was for sale. So we earned it. Remarkable from the guys. Remarkable from the coach. Give everybody credit. Give the team credit. We are better than we are currently producing. It's British 876 Sports. See you in the next video, guys. I'm out.